Now, we are going to law. We go to law that will guide us under Law 5, Powers and Duties of the Referees. And then I'm going straight into the law because I have the book with me, and I believe they will put the page up there. Under Law 5, Powers and Duties, we will go to disciplinary action. It says, punishes the more serious offense in terms of sanction. Restart physical severity. I am sure you will explain this one. If any coach here will explain this one. Physical severity and tactical impact. When more than one offense occurs at the same time, the guidance we get as referees is that when two offenses happen at the same time, the referee must punish the more serious offense. So now, in this case, the more serious offense is a goal scored. Now, when we go to Law 10 of the game, it says, provided the team scoring the goal have not committed any offense. So the team scoring a goal has committed an offense. So that's where the impact now comes into say, the one who scored the goal is the one that has more impact than the one who is defending. And as you can see, both of them were tugging each other, and the Senegalese striker or attacker pushed Hakimi down. Okay, so two of them committed offense, clear and clear. What some people might want to say here is that Hakimi was overpowered, but look, I would have expected, yes, I would have expected one to have VAR review in that situation. But that incident, because you have to look at it, it is very subjective to say Hakimi was overpowered. You know, because if you see both of them, the hands are extended. Both hands were extended. You know, but then, again, you punish an offensive player. You know, but look at it in the defense, because they are inside the box, and inside the box it is the offensive player that you have to punish in this situation. You see, that is why for me I have been very critical about consistency in making this kind of decision. Then at least we could have done was to allow VAR to have a review on this, because what if Hakimi just slipped? You know, so VAR should have reviewed it, but the referee took the decision immediately. The goal was scored. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, it's very subjective to say he overpowered Hakimi, you know, or Hakimi was overpowered. You know, so this is where I think I have a bit of a problem when both hands were extended. That is why I said it was a harsh call. But in any case, you cannot blame the referee in this situation. But we could have an opportunity to review this moment because we are watching it, the replay. You see, look at the two of them. The hands were extended, okay? But the fact is that if we were very close to the action like the referee, then maybe the review will have not been needed, you know? But the referee could see it, and that's why he took the decision in that case, okay? Now, another thing we have to consider is when did the referee blow the whistle? He blows before the ball goes in the back of the net. It doesn't allow for full play to continue. So what I mean is that if you look at it, you are not going to be able to see it there. But we are going to go to the previous one. You know, when we look at the previous one, we will see there. Obviously, Hakimi turns his back, and he still gets a bit of a push there. So that is seen. And that is what the referee saw. But see there. So watch this moment carefully. As it goes through, you will see him, see there. See, look at it. You will see the referee blows there, the goal. But the ball doesn't hit the back of the net. Which brings the question then, was he premature in blowing the whistle? Should he have left play to go on? Let the goal go in, and then perhaps depend on VAR to change the on-field decision or make a different decision. In this situation, there is holding. So an offense has been committed, and holding and a push as well. Because at the end, when the Senegalese striker finishes off, he pushes him down with a power and force. So that is where severity comes in. That's where severity comes in. So now is the referee has seen two offenses, but he decided to punish the more serious one, which is the push by the attacker. Hence, he awarded a free kick. Now, some people will want to ask, if he had turned the table, let's say in that push, and it was sad, that means the Senegalese player that goes down because he is being pushed by Hakimi, will there have been a penalty, or will a penalty have been awarded? Well, two situations here, if you look at it clearly. If both of them are pushing, as it was here, they are in a tussle. Yes, I want the same picture. Let's look at the same picture. But then the one who goes on the ground should actually be the aggressor, or the transgressor would be Sarr and not Hakimi. That what would the referee have done? What decision would the referee have made? In this case, the referee would probably have called for a penalty, because in this case, Hakimi was the one trying to obstruct the goal scoring. Now, on the other hand, it was Sarr that was trying to obstruct the defender defending the ball. Okay, that's where then you can say, okay, maybe VAR comes in. He needs to go and check VAR. Is it a possible penalty? But again, in this instance, I am not just looking at it differently. A lot of people just look at it from emotion. Let's not look at it from emotion. Let's look at it from the real situation and based on the law of the game. So look. If because Sarr was bigger than Hakimi, then obviously he will be seen as somebody who put more force. The referee use this. They think about this, But I'm not looking at it the same way the people are looking at it or viewing it, But that is if it was an Hakimi and Sadio Mane. And the same thing happens. Mane has the ball the same way, but he goes down. So all I can say in this situation is that Hakimi is big, Sarr is big. But in this case, it's not so. Sarr is bigger than Hakimi. And then the referee, what the referee see is what he blow. The what if will come after what if. That's the last point you have to look at. You understand? If you look at the incident, that's why it's a little bit like subjective. Like I said, a little bit subjective. Hakimi doesn't even look at the ball. He was not even looking at the ball. The player wants to attack the ball. So in this case, the person who is impending the order is Hakimi, because he's not even looking at the ball. If you look at it, he's not even interested to look what's happening. His concern, if you look at it, his concern was on the player. But again, look at the picture here. Hakimi could have gone in front to play the ball, but he is involved in the tussle. And this player wants to attack the ball. He is blocking this player. He's blocking this player. See there. He's looking at him. He's not even looking at the ball. So does that matter in the decision making of this particular instance? When player comes to you, if you don't look at him, he will put you down. So you have to look for protection as well. Well, this can be right, okay? But let's move on from this one. The second one, which leads to the penalty, okay? Now, which then leads to the drama that we then saw after that. Because I'm still trying to see what justified the Senegalese protesting. What justified? This second one, were they protesting because the goal was not given, and they continued playing playing the match? Or is it this penalty they are complaining about? Now, let's look at it. What was that rightfully a penalty? The offense was inside the penalty area. We can see Diop there holding Diaz and pulling him down. So So clearly, yeah, I don't understand why Senegal want to leave the field of play for this offense, because this is clear holding. Penalty should be awarded, and penalty was awarded. Correct decision by the referee, Jean-Jacques Ndala, to award the penalty. I don't know what Senegal were complaining about. Were they complaining about the previous goal that they scored, or were they complaining about this? Let's go back to it. If you can go to the moment there, okay, let's look at the moment. If you can just take it back a little bit, let's get to the moment where we see Diaz in front of him there, right? Okay, yeah. So look at Diaz's right hand, which is what coach or any coach or whatever was at length to say, or his coach, I don't know. Look at his right hand. So obviously he needs to go in front of him in order to head the ball. In trying to go in front of him, you saw the right hand that is stopping him. How is there any offense committed by the right hand? Now go back a little bit more. Go back a little bit more. You will see the hand. There it is. Okay? There it is. See you see, you can even see the hand from behind. Oh, from behind. Because it's stopping him from moving forward. What then in that matter? And maybe to add to this, because that holding and the holding of Diouf are both wrong. They are fouling each other. And now this is who is attacking benefit. You see? So in this case, the benefit goes to the attacker. Right? Let's go to the holding. Holding is very clear, and I am happy that we have educators in this forum, or whatever forum that you are watching this. We see holding must have an impact. Here there is no impact, just holding, no impact at all. Let's go. This impact now, this holding impact, he pulls him down. So he is now preventing him from playing the ball. So the English here for us, it's clear. Impact. No, but I do not want to agree to the impact, because that hand is trying to make sure that Diouf does not go in front of him. Like you see most attackers, when they want to lift or when they want to go, they will use their hand to block somewhat. Okay? Unfortunately, the law does not agree with you totally. The law says holding. Players hold each other during corner kicks. But we need to punish the one with impact that will prevent. You see it? The law allows you to hold each other. You see players, sometimes referee will come and try to stop them. But again, they still continue to struggle and hold each other. Okay? But at the end of the day, the referee will blow. It will blow. Look at the one that had more impact. So this does not prevent its holding, yes, but we must wait for prevention. When there is prevention, that's where impact comes in, and that's where we punish. They will hold each other. There is no way in which they can't hold one another, but we need to wait for that impact. When impact comes in, the player was prevented. The referee will blow the whistle for impact and then a penalty. And that is exactly what happened. Okay? So, on this occasion, let's be honest with ourselves. Let's look at it with a clear mind, not looking at it from sentimental or emotional perspective. The Senegalese have no justification for their protest and walkout. They have no. Yes, maybe the referee may have been biased. The referee may have been in the past matches. That is what they were thinking, and that is what was in their mind, and that is why they decided to protest. Well, that is fine, but there is no justification.